Wow, I mean, 6 months on, how are you dealing with things now?
Day by day still. Every day is a different day. We get through it with a lot of joy, with memories of Olivia now, and just keep going, we have to.
You're about to get married.
Yeah, on Saturday.
And your marriage and the wedding ceremony is around the time of what would have been Olivia's 16th birthday and is going to be conducted according to her wishes.
Yeah, everything about the wedding is everything she'd already planned for the day that we eventually did it. We've chose this date because it is the nearest Saturday to her 16th birthday, so it's going to be a party for her as well.
You're going to have John Legend's All of Me actually sung by Olivia. It'll be a very emotional moment for you.
It will be a highly emotional, but we couldn't think of a better way because she would have sung it for us anyway.
For those who have never been in this appalling position that you found yourself in, how much of a comfort is it to you, the way that other people responded afterwards?
Other people have been absolutely amazing. Strangers, local people all over the world. They've been amazing and it's helped us. It really has. The support from everybody. It has really, really helped us get through this.
Martin, you and your daughter just went to a pop concert.
Yeah.
You know, Ariana Grande, a big American star. You're at the Manchester Arena. It's just like, you know, it's just another pop concert.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts when you went there that night?
Well, it was actually a Christmas present, so it was, you know, a long time coming. So, you know, we'd planned kind of the day for, you know, pretty much 4 or 5 months. So we were really looking forward to it. We'd had a nice meal before, so yeah, we were both really excited about it.
Do you remember anything of what happened?
I remember everything.
You do?
Yeah.
And what do you remember?
In terms of the bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were always going to leave while she was doing the encore, just so we could kind of get out of the traffic. So we were always going to be kind of 5-10 minutes before the concert finished. So as we went through the doors, got into the foyer, I just remember looking up and hearing a big explosion, and I knew straight away what it was. I knew straight away.
That it was a bomb?
Yeah.
And a terror attack like
Yeah. Well, I didn't know obviously that it was you know, what was going to unfold, but I knew it was a bomb straight away just because of how I was at the time. So everything went in slow motion. I had a high-pitched sound in my ears. I could hear screams and there was smoke, and even the smell, I can still smell like the smell of the night. And then I think I must have been unconscious then for...
You thought you were dying, didn't you?
Yes. I knew I was dying, yeah.
You thought that was it, but you also saw your daughter being carried away or being treated in some way. You were just desperately hoping that, although you were going to die, you thought, she might survive.
Yeah, well, that was it. I was hanging on, really, just to make sure that she had gone. I could see the pool of blood getting bigger and bigger, and I just knew I was dying. So when I saw my daughter being carried off, that's kind of when I go then, and that's...
The police think two things I think about you and your daughter in this situation. You're believed to be the people that were nearest to the bomber who survived. Of all everyone else who was any nearer died.
Correct. Yeah.
In that sense, I guess you must feel a sense of good fortune.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people say, I don't know how you're being so positive and, you know, you can kind of carry on, but I think, you know, given the extent of my injuries alone, you know, I had 22 pieces of shrapnel in my body.
And you're paralysed from the waist down?
Yeah, obviously the main one went through, severed my spinal cord. I had a bolt go through my neck, severed 2 arteries, which is where all the blood loss came from. So I pretty much was dead when I got into the ambulance.
Yeah, here you are, and you're very much alive. You're a great guy. Everyone that's been talking to us about you to see you're full of positivity about this. Your daughter's still in hospital. You're hopeful to get her out soon.
Yes, hopefully February, all being well, on a phased basis.
You've had, again, rather like with the other family here, you've had so much support from particularly people in Manchester. In your case, and this really is difficult for me to say. Manchester United have been very good to you, but Alex Ferguson, Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, and in particular, David Beckham, I think.
Yes, yeah, he did a video message for me, which I think I've watched several thousand times.
I think we've got it, actually. We've got let's have a listen to this.
Look.
I just want you to know that we're really thinking about you at this difficult time. I've heard how much you've been fighting and how tough you've been. I also hear that you're mad Manchester United fans. So I send my love. We're fighting with you and for you, and I hope to get to meet you soon. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
You know, that got me through some very tough days in physio, and, you know, there were other players that did it as well. So, you know, yeah, it was great. It was a big help at the time.
Is there a connection as well between those people affected by what happened in Manchester? Or are your experiences too different in a way?
I think, on my side, I think we do have a connection, and I think we'll always have a connection, whether we speak or not. We will always have a connection.
It's an emotional bond.
Yeah, it is. Everybody that night went through the same thing in a different way.
Yeah.
And I'm first time I've met Martin today, and I'm really happy I have met him. And I would like to stay in contact with him and see how he's getting on.
I find all of you amazing, the resilience and the spirit. You know, you read about it, but actually to hear your stories and know what you went through. I've got a little daughter. The idea of taking her to a pop concert, and either she didn't come back or she's still in hospital 6 months later with horrible injuries. It's utterly gut-wrenching to me that you've had to endure this, and yet you've done it with such resilience. Paul, let me ask you, it's everyone's nightmare, this, to lose a daughter in this manner. How do you find the strength?
We find the strength day by day. You have good days and you have bad days. But you've got to carry on. We've got to get up every morning. We've got to carry on doing our normal things. Olivia will always be with us, and same with all the other 22. But you've just got to keep the resilience up and keep going. Because if you don't, you'll end up locked in a room and having nothing to do. And we've got to keep going. That's why the wedding's been planned and everything that way. It's keeping us going.